What up gentlemen, this is Lucifer from LXR and today I'm making this video with a very heavy heart. Someone who I dearly admire and I used to look up to has gone and made a terrible mistake. I'm talking about Sushant Singh Rajput. Sushant sir was a person of great respect, who deserves great respect, and he was one of the few person who were really humble even after achieving so much in their own life. He was a very intelligent person and also a ranked achiever in his life. This person was someone who fought his entire life and achieved greatness, achieved heights of greatness through sheer hard work. People say talent, but they don't see the hard work behind their achievements, and there was no one out there to help him or back him up in this Bollywood industry. I used to look up to him a lot because for some reason I used to relate to him because he was an engineering dropout. I am an engineering dropout. He used to have such great insights into philosophy, poems, space, and he was all about improving oneself. Right now, the social media is flooded with the news of Sushant sir's death, that he committed suicide. There are many people who are saying that he was weak and he wasn't strong enough and he gave up on life. He wasn't weak at all and he did not give up. He was a very strong-willed person and he literally made a movie which tells us about how to deal with suicidal thoughts and how to deal with this particular topic of suicide and failure and rejection. He made that movie while believing in it completely. He used to believe in these concepts. He taught us so many great things. So many great quotes are from his movies and he used to believe in those. There are people who are saying that he would have thought about his parents, his father and his sister and their grieving faces and what kind of impact this decision will have on them. Yes, that is true that someone should think about it, but when someone has decided to commit suicide and when someone has been going through something for so long that they get tired, these things do come in their mind, but these things cannot overpower the weight of the pain that is inside them. And what happened before those moments when he gave up his life, nobody will ever know, and nobody will ever understand what was going on in his mind. And these media persons are saying that he was going through this and he had so many cancelled movies and he had so many cancelled contracts and his relationship and things are not as plain as black and white. There are so many grey areas. There are so many factors affecting depression. There are environmental factors. There are genetic factors. There are so many different factors. I'm really frustrated by the journalists and the media news that are stating headlines as क्यों हो गए hit wicket सुशांत, क्यों अपने आप को कर लिया सुशांत ने hit wicket. They are putting mics in front of a grieving father who just lost his son. Not after an hour later, his son died. There were mics in front of him and the media person and the journalists were asking him, your son just committed suicide, what are you feeling right now? And this is just the height of disrespect. This is just the height of ignorance that these media persons are capable of. They are not even concerned what someone else is feeling and what someone else is going through. They just want a spicy story. They say they are going out for the truth, they are seeking the truth, they are searching for the truth, but they are not just searching for the truth, they are searching for TRP ratings and they are searching for audience who will actually pay attention to their channel and their ridiculous headlines, and they are trying to invoke anxiety amongst people. That's how they want to increase their TRP and that's what they are capable of doing. I'm really frustrated with the media, how they handled this particular tragedy, how they depicted him. They depicted him as someone who was weak mentally, who was not strong enough, who wasn't capable enough, and Sushant sir was not weak. Anybody who says that doesn't really know what they're talking about. They just know this societal definition of depression and suicide and how it is. I don't think they have any clue or idea what is going on in someone's head. They just want to show people that they are concerned about people, and they're just trying to put on a front and trying to show that yeah, they do really care, but actually they don't really give a single fuck about anybody else, because they are so self-centered, they are so self-absorbed that they cannot even empathize with another human being. There are so many people saying on social media that बात करो मन हल्का होता है, please take care of your mental health, reach out to your friends and family and whatnot. And this really bugs me that these people are such big hypocrites, that these are the same people when somebody comes up to them and they say like, bro, I'm feeling a little down from the past few days and बहुत मन खराब चल रहा है and I cannot really focus on anything, थोड़ा सा बात करने का ऐसे ही मन करा तो मैंने कॉल कर लिया, या मैं बात करना चाहता था ऐसे ही. And they are like, भाई तू बहुत ज़्यादा सोच रहा है, इतना मत सोच, सब कुछ तेरे दिमाग में है, and don't think too much about it, everything is going to be fine, don't worry, everything will be alright. Maybe he wasn't even able to explain it to his friends, and maybe he tried to explain it, but his friends just didn't listen. They thought that he's just making it up, it's all in his head, he'll get over it. But people just don't get over shit by themselves. Many of the times they need someone to hold their hand and drag them out of that pit of despair. Just take a few minutes out of your daily busy schedule. I know life gets hectic, life gets hard, but I would like you guys to just take out a few minutes if you can and listen to a friend if they are going through something. Maybe they need that time, they need that listening ear, and that can make a world of difference for them. People need to be compassionate, people need to be considerate of what the other person is saying, and listen carefully what the other person is saying. There are messages hidden in what they say. You can understand them. Sometimes all you need is a listening ear. Sometimes all you need is someone to pull you aside from all that chaos and all that is happening in your world, which is very unsettling and it can weigh on you. And all you need is someone to pull you aside and tell you that it's gonna be alright. I have been very fortunate that I had so many friends who came up to me when I was going through the same thing, and personally speaking, that was kind of a hard time for me back then, and my friends came to my rescue, my family was there for me, and even when there was no one with me and I had no one to talk to, I thought that there is no one and I was going through the darkness that is loneliness. I tried my best to look at the positive, but I know that looking at the positive doesn't really cut out, and eventually you have to fight your own battle. Eventually you have to dig out yourself. I'm very glad that there were people in my life who helped me in many times, and I'm grateful to those who didn't help me when I needed them the most, because they gave me the strength so that I can fight my own battles and I can fight life head on, and I can then enjoy it and get the lesson that life is trying to teach me. It is very important that we don't give up, we don't give in. And if you are someone who is struggling through some kind of mental illness, or if you are someone who is struggling in their day-to-day life, I welcome you to go out, talk to your friends, talk to someone you think will understand, or will at least try to understand you. And if you don't have anyone, you can always contact me on my email ID, that is contact@lsr@gmail.com, or you can message me on my Instagram DM. You'll get the Instagram username right here, and I'll try to help you as much as I can with all of my capabilities. I would really appreciate if you guys can take a lesson from this particular tragic event.